to you guys with 5 bags that I have purchased and sold over the last, I'd say the last 5 years, give or take. I normally do not sell my bags. I have had bags in the past that I've sold before. Like I had 2 bags that I had in high school that I sold. But I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about bags that I've sold that you can probably still purchase within the last 5 years. Bags that you can still purchase that I've sold within the last 5 years. Alright, so I took notes because I did not want to forget any of the bags. Although it's only 5, I will butcher the names because I'm not really one to remember the names of each purchase or each bag. So I definitely wanted to write them down, that way I can give you guys the actual. So the first bag, and I'm going to try to pop some pictures or something here, which is why I'm kind of off-centered, so that I can show you guys the purchases. All right. So the first purchase that I have, no, the first bag that I sold was going to be the YSL, it's called a YSL Kate bag. It has the gold tassel. Mine was in the black and gold. It has the gold chain. It's almost like a wallet on chain, except it's a little bit like thicker, I think. Well, I don't know if you really would call it that, but I think I had it for like a year or 2 before I decided to sell it. I really like that bag, actually. I think I ended up selling that bag to purchase another bag. I'm not sure because it was so long ago. I think it was like probably 5 years ago that I purchased that bag. I definitely sold it for way less than what it's worth. Matter of fact, all the bags that I'm going to be talking about today, I definitely took a hit and probably should have held on to them a little bit longer and would have gotten more value or more money for them. But hey, at the time, I obviously sold it to put on another bag or sold it because I needed the money for another reason. So that's going to be, yeah, it's called the YSL Kate tassel bag. I think it's a wallet and chain tassel bag. I really like that purse, but that was one of the first purchases. I think I had my first daughter. Was like okay, kind of like a push gift to myself type of thing. So yeah, so that was a bag that I sold. So the second bag, this is the one I'm kind of like torn in between because I know why I sold it, but I wish I hadn't sold it. Or I wish I had sold it and purchased the one that I really wanted right away, because I ended up selling it and keeping the money and not buying another bag. That's going to be the Givenchy Antigona in the size small. So it's one of the larger ones. It's still a structure, but one of the larger ones. And the reason why I sold it was that reason, because it was too big. And at the time, mini bags was like all the rave, and you know, that larger bag was just not the thing. So I did end up selling that bag. I really like that bag. It was in the smooth leather, black with silver hardware. It had, that one you can't take the straps off. I mean the crossbody handle off. So it wasn't even crossbody. Well, you can't. It was the one that had the top handle and then also the strap. But the strap you could not take off. But I really like that bag, but it was just way too big. Now, had I been smart, I would have sold it and then purchased the mini, which is basically what the small should have been. I was just thirsty to get the bag. I got the small and didn't even realize it was as big as it was. But I did enjoy that bag. I wore it a lot, actually. And I ended up selling it, and like I said, I kept the money. But had I been smart, I would have sold it and purchased the mini like right away, just because the mini is still very on trend. It's a classic. It's large enough to hold pretty much all the things that I keep, and like I said, it's timeless. And I totally wish I would have purchased the bag. Same black leather, same smooth leather. I would have probably got patent, but silver hardware, you know. So that was another bag that I had purchased and sold. So that brings us to the third bag. The third bag I'm going to be talking about is the Gucci Dionysus Super Mini, one of my favorite bags of all time. Now, I love Gucci Dionysus. I love them in all sizes, but I had the original print in the Super Mini. I sold that one and got the silver. Now, the reason why I sold that one is because I already had like another 2 bags with the Gucci print with the GGs, and I just felt like they were kind of redundant. So I really like the size of the bag. I love the crossbody drop. I love that bag. But I figured I needed something more evening, like more evening wear, and I felt like the logos all over gave it more of a casual feel. And I already had the Dionysus in the medium size, so I felt like it was again redundant. So I sold that one and purchased the super mini in silver, which I love that bag, and it definitely serves its purpose in my closet. I wear it all the time, and I wear it evening bags and sometimes during the day, but super casually as well. But I sold that bag, like I said, because I just felt like the GGs made it very casual, and all my bags are casual, and I just felt like I needed an evening bag. But I love the style and sold it and repurchased it in a different colorway. So this is the bag that I'm not sad that I sold the bag. I'm sad that I sold it for the price that I sold it. Now, this is gonna be the Prada re-edition, or the Prada 2005 re-edition. Now, I purchased that bag when I was in Paris with my girlfriend for her 40th birthday. Now, I loved the experience and the memories that it brings when I think about the bag, but the bag for me and my wardrobe, it just wasn't functional. It was a navy blue, which I really liked. I love that colorway. It wasn't your typical black or beige or whatever colors they have. It was navy blue. Like I said, I got it for much cheaper in Paris, and you know, the memory that's attached to it. I sold that bag because I wasn't really like using it, and I felt like the drop, like the weight, it's like a square and then it's like a drop. I couldn't really put much in the bag. Like I would have to put it on either sides, and I found myself like stuffing it, and then I just felt like I overpaid for a nylon bag. Like that's kind of how I really felt in the inside. But again, I was like caught up in the moment. We had a really good time. We were enjoying ourselves in Paris. It was a bag that I had been eyeing for a long time, but it just wasn't functional, and I felt like it was overpriced for what it was. So I sold that bag, and I can't remember what I bought with it. I can't remember exactly, but I do know that I put that money on another bag. I want to say I definitely spent it on Fashion Pal, because I had already had something on layaway and ended up purchasing it and using that money to pay off my layaway. Now, like I said, I really like the bag. I did break even only because I purchased the bag years ago, and I purchased it in Paris. So at that time it was cheaper, and I had got the VAT tax, so I had paid, you know, relatively cheaper than what I would have gotten the bag here. And so when I sold it for a little deep discount here, but again, it was pretty much what I paid for it in Paris. Now, the only reason I would have kept that bag is just the color, because it was navy and you really couldn't find that color anywhere. But again, I just wasn't pulling for it. Just to me, like, I like my Louis Vuitton multi-pochette accessoire, or multi-pochette, I don't know. I like that one better because it has a logo on it, and to me the logo says casual. I just felt like, I don't know, the Prada re-edition bag, I did wear it without the crossbody strap more, but again, it was just too small. It just wasn't my judge at the time. So I did end up selling that bag. Will I purchase that one again? No. Matter of fact, all of these I wouldn't purchase again. The only one I would purchase again is the Givenchy in the size mini. And I still have that on my radar. I don't know, when I look at them on Fashion Pal, I like the colors, like the pastel greens and like the tans. Like I like the more lighter colors, and I feel like I'm like done with the black bag. So I obviously at that time would have purchased the mini in black, but now with so many black bags that I already have, I would just purchase it in a different color, like a fun color. But I don't see myself purchasing that bag. Matter of fact, like, I'm on a strike. I don't need any more bags. I have bags that I barely even wear to this day that I would like to rotate more out. So All right, so that brings me to the fifth and final bag. That is going to be the Montagne Louis Vuitton bag. Now that one I got in the Imprente like print. I'll put it here. It's basically the black embossed. Now that purchase, I got that in the BB, so it's the smaller one. That is not a bag that I sold. That is a bag that I returned. So I had that bag and I really liked it. I think I wore it, I want to say like over the weekend and then like maybe to work. And I really like that bag. But when I sat on it and thought about it, at that time, it was just overpriced. I felt like it was like a grandma bag. It just, at the time, I was like, I think like building my collection, and I just felt like I wanted more classic pieces, like classic timeless pieces. And it's funny that I say that because fashion goes through trends and fashion goes through, you know, highs and lows. And for me at the time, I had spent way too much money on that bag and I could have gotten like 2 classic bags for the price of that. So I returned it. And that purchase, let me think, that was like, ooh, that was also like almost 5 years ago. And I ended up just getting something else with it, with my money. Now, I'm stopping because I feel like I'm back at that same place 5 years ago. It's like I was going through this thing where I wanted only classic bags. And then I got into the trendy bags. And then now I'm back at wanting only classic bags. So I don't know if it's like the mom in me or like I'm getting more older. Like I don't want trendy bags anymore like in my closet. Now I'm not saying the ones that I have I'm gonna get rid of, but my idea is not to purchase any more trendy bags. I just feel like, you know, fashion and I should say luxury brands are becoming more fast fashion, and I don't want to get caught up in trends. I want to have my pieces last for a lifetime. I have 2 daughters, so I do hope to pass along my purchases or my bags to them. And I don't want really like trendy bags or nostalgic bags. I want more like, well, I guess they would be nostalgic. I want more like timeless pieces that will stand the test of time and that I'll feel comfortable wearing anytime. Like I feel like with these luxury houses, they're playing into the fast fashion and everybody is just jumping on the latest and greatest handbag, and then in 3 or 4 months it's another one that's out. And I don't want to get caught up in that. Like I'm a regular person, I buy all my handbags, I'm a working mama, you know, so I have other responsibilities and I don't want to get caught up in purchasing bags and then, you know, feeling bad that they're not in style in another month or 2. So I'm right back at that same place where I want only classic bags. So with that being said, I did sell my Louis Vuitton Montagne Imprente bag. No, I didn't sell it. I mean, I returned it and ended up getting something else. So those are the 5 bags that I have had in my collection and ended up getting rid of, whether I sold it or returned it. And I think only one of them is one that I would repurchase. So I have no guilt, no shame in getting rid of those bags. And yeah, so if you really like this video, I hope that you will click the like button, share this video, or let me know some of the bags that you sold or got rid of. I know that they always say, you know, handbags are not an investment, and I agree, you know, because a lot of these handbags nowadays are not selling, you know, over market price, and like they used to. For example, like I was been on Fashion File, and a lot of the handbags are going on discount, and well, at least the bags I'm looking at, they're not like selling over asking. Like for example, too, the Louis Vuitton Pochette Matisse, that one, I remember when it first came out, it was like hard to get, and it was like over asking price and sales price. And I just walked into the store and got mine. And of course that's years after, you know, the fad, but I mean, I didn't have to pay over asking price just to buy it in that moment, in that trendy session, that trendy season. So I'm not into that anymore. I'm not into the it bag. I'm into wearing what I want when I want, and you know, bags that are gonna last a lifetime. So with that being said, I hope you guys are enjoying your purchases. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I hope this, you know, triggers you guys to look at your collection and see some of the bags that maybe collecting dust or that don't speak to your style, or bags that, you know, you can put that money to something else. Anyway, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed. Leave me a comment, let me know what bags that you've sold or bags that you're thinking about selling. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you soon. Until next time. Say hi. You too? Say hi too.
Oh, sure, Gigi. Oh, Daddy. Oh, Daddy too.
Your daddy?
Oh, Daddy too.
Daddy's not too.
Oh, Daddy too.